Good morning. Today for Picture Book a Day, I wanted to read this book, Abuela, by Arthur Duros. And I don't know if you guys have ever read the book Tar Beach by Faith Ringgold, but the cover has a person kind of floating over the city, flying over the city, and the pictures remind me so much of that. So hopefully I can run back to the school at some point, and if I do, I'll have to try to find Tar Beach for you guys. Abuela takes me on the bus. We go all around the city. Abuela is my grandma. She is my mother's mother. Abuela means grandma in Spanish. Abuela speaks mostly Spanish because that's what people spoke where she grew up, before she came to this country. Abuela and I are always going places. Today we're going to the park. El parque es lindo, says Abuela. I know what she means. I think the park is beautiful too. Tantos pájaros, Abuela says as a flock of birds surround us. So many birds. They're picking up the bread that we brought. What if they picked me up and carried me high above the park? What if I could fly? Abuela would wonder where I was. Swooping like a bird, I'd call to her. I love this photo, this illustration. Then she'd see me flying. Rosalba the bird. Rosalba el pájaro, she'd say. Ven, Abuela. Come, Abuela, I'd say. Sí, quiero volar, Abuela would reply as she leaped into the sky with her skirt flapping in the wind. We would fly all over the city. Mira, Abuela would say, pointing, and I'd look as we soared over parks and streets, dogs and people. And if you want, you can always pause it so you can get a closer look at the pictures. There's a lot to look at. We'd wave to the people waiting for the bus. Buenos dias, we'd say. Buenos dias, good morning, they'd call up to us. We'd fly over factories and trains. And glide close to the sea. Cerca del mar, we'd say. We'd almost touch the tops of waves. Abuela's skirt would be a sail. She could race with the sailboats. I bet she'd win. We'd fly to where the ships are docked and watch people unload fruits from the land where Abuela grew up. Mangoes, bananas, papayas, those are all Spanish words. So are rodeo, patio, and burro. Maybe we'd see a cousin of Abuela's hooking boxes of fruit to a crane. We saw her cousin Daniel once, unloading and loading the ships. Mangoes and papayas. This reminds me of when I was in Costa Rica and all on the streets there was just big carts of fresh mangoes and bananas and all the delicious fruits. And avocado, giant avocado. Out past the boats in the harbor, we'd see the Statue of Liberty. Me gusta, Abuela would say. Abuela really likes her. I do too. We would circle around Liberty's head and wave to the people visiting her. That would remind Abuela of when she first came to this country. Khalid, I know that you know a little bit about the Statue of Liberty. Isaac, I think you had said you had visited there too. I've been there before. Vamos al aeropuerto, she'd say. She'd take me to the airport where the plane that first brought her landed. Cuidado, Abuela would tell me. We'd have to be careful as we went for a short ride. Then we could fly to Tio Pablo's in Tia Elisa's store. Pablo is my uncle, my Tio, and Elisa is my aunt, my Tia. They'd be surprised when we flew in, but they'd offer us a cool limonada. Flying is hot work. Pero quiero volar más, Abuela would say. She wants to fly more. I want to fly more too. This looks like sage. We could fly to Las Nubes, the clouds. One looks like a cat, un gato. One looks like a bear, un oso. One looks like a chair, una silla. Descansemos un momento, Abuela would say. She wants to rest a moment. We would rest in her chair, and Abuela would hold me in her arms with the whole sky our house, nuestra casa. We'd be as high as airplanes, balloons, and birds, and higher than the tall buildings downtown. But we'd fly there too to look around. Beautiful. We could find the building where my father works. Hola, Papa, I'd say as I waved, and Abuela would do a flip for fun as we passed by the windows. You can see Abuela doing a little flip. That must be her dad. I'm inferring that that's her dad. Mira, I hear Abuela say. Look, she's telling me. I do look, and we are back in the park. We are walking by the lake. Abuela probably wants to go for a boat ride. Vamos a otra aventura, she says. She wants to go for another adventure. That's just one of the things I love about Abuela. She likes adventures. Abuela takes my hand. Vamos, she says. Let's go. All right. I'm excited to see what you guys think about that book. And I'm also wondering, and maybe this could be a writing topic for you, maybe one day when you feel like writing about something different or Free Write Friday. But I'm wondering if you could fly anywhere with your grandma or someone else, where would you fly? What do you think you would notice and look at? And so if you want to mentor your writing after Arthur Duros in the book Abuela, I think that'd be a great one to mentor after. All right. Hope to see you soon. Bye.